Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Blomus bringing you 1v1 a ZvZ on Delta Quadrant. This is NuubCast, and here in the red Zerg trunks is Dagny at the top right corner of Delta Quadrant. In the bottom right corner, we have OG Suna, my favorite Zergling, spawning up a heap of trouble. Not really. That just seemed like a fun thing to say. But we are here at NuubCast, where sucking at StarCraft has never been so cool. And I can tell you what, right now, OG Suna does not suck as Zerg. You know, I have to apologize to OG Suna, Dark Omicron, and Drizzle, just because I had to make a decision not to do any more 1.2 replays, and they had sent me some that I had not cast yet. So if you guys are watching this, feel free to send me lots of new recs from 1.3. And that goes for all of you guys. If you have replays of games that you would like to have cast, send them on over to noobcasters@gmail.com, and I will gladly screen and cast those worthy of my awesomeness. Just kidding. I have no awesomeness to speak of. However, that being said, I do like to cast fun games, fun non-pro games. And some of you may know that the MLG, at least some of the replay pack from MLG, has been released. And if you were able to look at the roster there of some MLG games and see some matchups you'd like to see cast by me, I'd be happy to do that for you. I don't care if Day9 and Wheat did them already or not. I'll do them again. I don't care. I'm not scared. I ain't scared. I ain't got no shame. Pool's about to finish simultaneously, and hatches dropping also simultaneously. Looking at virtually mirror Zerg built here, as we see the Queen getting out a little bit faster for Dagny for the second hatch, or the first hatch, I'm sorry. He does not have his first Queen yet. And getting his gas out. But yep. Otherwise, I will pick some games, just random. I watched a lot of it, well, what was available to be seen. So I might just want to cast some games for fun. I did download the replay pack, so I may just dive in and do a few, because I don't have that many 1.3 patch replays yet. I have about 5 or 6 that I have yet to look at, and my big dogs haven't sent me a ton of 1.3 yeps. 1.3 reps just yet, as we see speed halfway done. A Roach Warren going down for the Dagny. It's like Dagwood. Anybody ever seen, I'm totally dating myself, the Blondie comics? Are they even in the paper anymore? I can't even tell you the last time I got a regular old print newspaper. I'm such an interweb creature nowadays. I don't even read the newspaper. I get all my news, everything via the web. Injections going on, hatcheries popping out, queens surfacing and wandering about, injecting larvae. Roach Warren down for OG Suna much later than his counterpart, who we see not making any roaches. Let's take a look at the unit tab here. We've got 2 queens to 1 and 6 Zerglings to 3, and more drones. How is Dagny doing this? I'm curious to know. He's like seriously outplaying OG Suna just from a... Looks like he's just getting things faster. I mean, he just must be macroing better. That's all I can think of at this point. He's got more Zerglings. He's got... well, now OG Suna's got a 3rd queen, so he must be going to spread some creep with that 3rd queen, which is always a good idea in Zerg. However, I'm not sure it's as much of an advantage when you're playing ZvZ. Unless you're going for Banelings and the other person isn't, then it can be an advantage for you, because then you can catch up to Roaches and Hydras, even on the creep, but not Zerglings. You have to micro to get Zerglings. Larva out. Spine crawler down. What's going on over here? Queen. Spreading that creep love. Dropping the injects. Not a whole lot going on. No creep spread happening here for Dagny. Although it appears like this queen wants to spread some creep. He's not doing so. Hatchery out for both players. Ojisuna a little bit ahead on this now. Let's take a look again at the unit count. And now it looks as though, apart from Zerglings and drones, that Ojisuna is ahead, but this is really where it matters in ZvZ. 5 drones is kind of a big deal. Let's check out the income. As you see, the slight edge does go to Dagny. It's only slight, so it's not going to be a huge difference. But, you know, 1 extra unit in a battle can often make the difference. And here, upgrade going down for Ojisuna, which is certainly going to make a difference in any battle. We got Lings coming out here. Roaches are here to wish them a merry good night, though. Going to try and get us around on that queen, but going to get immediately intercepted by these roaches, and the queen going to live another day. Wants to get on that creep. There you go. And more roaches coming in for Ojisuna to protect that queen. Just a few Lings and roaches here for Dagny, pulling back to his natural. And we've got 5 roaches coming out and 6 drones. 14 Zerglings, 5 roaches, and 6 drones. That's quite a combination. Ojisuna taking a third over here in the bottom left-hand corner. And spreading that creep, just gooping up the joint. I love to see it. I love to see it. He is just making a nice little highway right to his opponent's base. But of course, at the same time, he's making a highway for his opponent right to his base. That's just what happens in the ZvZ. Hydro Den going down for Dagny. 3/4 of the way finished here. Always good to have a nice unit mix. See, this is an area where I certainly lack in game knowledge, is the ZvZ matchup. I've literally no clue if Hydras are good against roaches or not. I would imagine, since roaches are like kind of like stalkers in that regard, that they probably would be good against roaches just because of their DPS. See the engagement here, Spine Crawler not doing too well, and now Ojisuna has more roaches, it looks like, and more popping out. This is one of those situations where the advantage definitely goes to the defender, particularly if you've got static defenses. And it looks like he's going to try and whirl around the side here and try and cut these guys off before they scout out his third. Doesn't even look like they're going to go up there, so good for Ojisuna. He's Dagny is not going to know about that, but he has just pumped out a butt ton equaling 12 at the moment, roaches. And we can take a look at the units. There are 14 roaches to 12, but it looks like Ojisuna's roaches are not all together. Trying to get this joint saturated up over here. And I think that third base is probably going to make a difference in this matchup, because you can see the food, Ojisuna is up by 13 food at the minute, and it doesn't appear as though Dagny is going to be getting a third base, though it looks like he is going to knock down these rocks to try and get his third there at the gold. But here's Ojisuna's Overlord, seeing everything that's going on, knows exactly that his opponent is looking to take a high yield third. The rocks are not down yet for Ojisuna, but it doesn't quite matter because, oh no, but he is losing some Overlords here to high DPS Hydras, who are... There are no upgrades yet for... No attack upgrades, though. He did just get the range upgrade finished for the Hydras. And it looks like they're going to walk around and try and pick off some Overlords. Not a bad idea if you can do it, although, of course, you got Hydras moving off creep. Not that it matters in this matchup. The Roaches, if they have the speed upgrade, can do some serious damage to Hydras off creep because they're faster with their speed upgrade. Just great job by Dagny. Little advantages like that. Obviously, if you look at the food, Ojisuna has plenty of Overlords, and therefore is in no danger of getting food blocked, and we see the third base and the spire down. The spire is just finished right here for Dagny, and it looks like Ojisuna has some Hydras of his own. Yes, indeed, and his range upgrade is halfway finished also. Just creeping up the joint like crazy. Looks like he's going to try and connect even back to his third base, which actually would give away secret knowledge, perhaps. And getting a fourth over here, very peculiar place to get a fourth because it's right next to his opponent's third. Not sure I dig that idea, but it looks like Ojisuna is getting ready to move out. He's gathered his last bunch of Hydras. It looks like he's going to be making a push here, and just to look at it, looks like he does have enough. We do have some Zerglings though for Ojisuna. Lots of army back here, not able to get into the fight, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter much. That +1 attack is coming in very handy here. And even gets to contaminate on the hatchery, so no more larvae can be produced at the moment. That is a great idea in ZvZ, to contaminate that hatchery, to keep it from producing more larvae, to keep those reinforcements to a minimum. And it looks like this is going to be the end of the road for Dagny, who started off, appeared to start off with a nice lead, but now it looks like he's sending in the Overlords for the final push, and they are not going to be able to do anything positive except die. And a Manor Hatch, I guess it must have been going before the attack. And there's the GG. Dagny goes down. Ojisuna wins again. And a very nice, very macro oriented ZvZ. See the Manor Hatchery, I mean not the Manor Hatchery, the macro hatcheries in his base. Had banelings coming out, was definitely well prepared for what was coming, and just purely, he started off, he was behind. We saw the, it wasn't a huge deficit, but he macroed his way back, and the upgrade plus the macro equals what worked out to be domination. Yeah. All right, kids, thanks for watching. It's Blomus. Keep climbing that ladder. Oh, don't forget, we're on Facebook and Twitter.